mrembo wetu. Unaweza pigia kijana wetu makofi tafadhali. Ni asante. So right about now, this is that beautiful event that we get to recognize what you've been doing in the industry. We get to recognize how amazing you have been in this industry. We get to recognize how you've become so selfless in helping the youth do whatever they are doing to their best. We get to recognize your benefit that you've always sacrificed and given unto the needy. We get to appreciate you today for everything good you've been doing in this industry. Tafadhali, jipigie makofi wewe mwenyewe. Yes, you deserve it. So right about now, I want to recognize the presence of very important and special people. I want to recognize their presence right about now. So now, Duncan, this is the CEO, Zenka Finance Limited. Makofi yake iko wapi kwanza kabla kitambulisho? We have very, very great people in this place. Okay, number 2, I want to recognize, this is CEO Tinga and Quickback. CEO, tafadhali makofi kwa CEO. We have very, very great and amazing people. Tafadhali. Hawa ni watu wanajiita my space. Your space. Tell your neighbor my space. Siambie jirani my space. Okay. Where is your space? Where is your space? Sindio? Watu wa my space. Tell us why you're here. Usituambie ati yo hamjasikia ati tumepata award. Watu wa my space. Why are you guys here?
Because first we deserve the award.
Makofi kwa wapi? Confidence is on top. They deserved it. You deserved it. What else?
Okay. We're also here to appreciate the recognition.
Makofi kwa wapi? They are here to appreciate the recognition. My space number 2. Why are you here?
First of all, thank you. We are here to showcase, maybe show you a little bit of what we've been doing over the past year.
Wow.
So, and we're also eager to see what the rest of the guys have been doing.
And what?
And network and connect.
Wow. What be makofi ya my space number 2? He is here to connect. My space is here to connect. When you're here, these are very, very great connections that we see here. This is a great network that we see here. And this is why my space is here, to connect, to showcase what they have, and to see what we got. My space. I hope you've already seen what I got as an MC, the lady herself, I know. Tafadhali, makofi kwangu tafadhali. Please clap for me, clap the clap. The lady herself, deserves it. Anyway, I'm very grateful that you guys are here. And we're really grateful to JSA for organizing such an event, to just appreciate what we have been doing in the industry, selflessly. Iko tena makofi ya JSA, they deserve it one. So right about now, I want us to go to the speeches. I want us to hear from people that we can network with. We are here to network. We are here to showcase what we got. We are here to build each other this beautiful evening. So right about now, I want once again to recognize the presence of CEO Zenka Finance Limited. Zenka Finance Limited. Makofi yake inapresent anakuja kwa njia makofi. Tera biane Kisumu. Tera biane Pacho. Kisumu ber Kisumu. How many of us know that song? Uko sawa na wote malaika na mabawa yao. How many of us know that song? Wenyewe we are here to network. Tafadhali. Tafadhali DJ tuweke tu kamuziki tu kidogo tu. That is the song I asked about. Hey, Mamalaika wako, they're very amazing.
Oh, I love you, baby.
Yes. Yeah, let's get to know each other and what we do and how we've been throughout the day. Yeah. I like what I'm seeing. People are connecting. We are connecting. Unaambia mtu unafanya radio waumini, wewe unafanya wapi? Yes. Yeah, you can even get to laugh and get to smile. Watu wa MySpace unaweza jua siku yake ilikuwa, unajua kuna ile haja kuambia. In fact, kuna mtu anakaa usawa hapo bwana. Unasikia yanayotenganisha, mnaweza juana. Hata unajua. Juana zaidi. Kuna ile haja kuambia. Juana unaona kwenye watu wako serious wana connect. Connect hapa. Kuna kitu hapo, kuna kitu. MySpace na watu wako pekee yao, sijui ndio kuja tu connect ama namna gani. Wow. As we get to know what each other is doing, Ivani, tafadhali prepare. Ivani, please prepare to give us a speech on who you are and what you do. I'm seeing amazing and beautiful people when I'm here. This is awesome. This is amazing. Connected with. I see Mr. Karanja in the building. Makofi kwa ya Mr. Karanja tafadhali. No, that is not enough. Makofi ya Mr. Karanja. Makofi yao. Yes. Hata hawajasimama. Ai. Makofi ya mama yangu iko wapi tafadhali? Tafadhali. This is my mother, very beautiful and amazing. I look like her, I know. Okay. My brother, who did you connect with? Who did you connect with when we were connecting? I know you were standing and your boss is standing. Just stand. Hey, wait. I know you just landed, but just stand. Just pretend you connected. Just stand with me. Let's pretend we connected. Hey, this is amazing. Tafadhali DJ tuamshie ngoma hapo. I just want you to just katika kidogo. Give me space. Tafadhali songa kidogo. Twende. Ndio my space. My space twende. Now we're going according to company. If you let your company down, shauri yako. If you let your company down, I can tell your boss, my space. My space, I will tell your boss, you have to represent your company today. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go and do my space. And let's collect up my space, so that we are here to connect. Thank you, my space. Hey. This is director of Shine. These are amazing people. I want to watch my family. What about represent your company? Let's go. Show us the next move. Okay, tunajua tuko jini. Twende. We are here to support each other. Let's go. Come on, go. Let's go. Remember, we are networking and connecting. Okay, and let's go. The representative is here. Here we go. We are here to connect and to help one another. Let's go. Thank you, Makofi. We are in this place now. Remember, you are representing your company. Remember the way you are. Come on, we supporting one another. Let's go. We go. Makofi yake iko wapi? Mrembo. You are representing your company with your phone. Put it down and dance now. Here we go. Represent your company. Which company is this? Let's go. We are networking. Makofi yake iko wapi? We are here in this company. Remember what you're doing will reflect on your company. Do it. What do you do? Creatio, let's go. This is excellent. Makofi ya Creatio ni kofi. They deserve it. I've never seen that. Which company is this? This is Quickbank. Remember, this is the best of your company. We want to save money in Quickbank. Okay, they go like this. Quickbank. company? Which company? Which company have you not seen today? If I'm not called your company, raise your hand. Raise your hand. Which one? Which company? Which company? Okay. Okay. Which company? Makofi kwa Uganda. Hey, this one is from Uganda. Where is the club for Uganda? Hey, okay, represent Uganda. Now remember, for you it is your country, not just your company. Uganda is still like this. Okay, look at your neighbor like this. Look at your neighbor like this, the way Ugandans do. Uganda. This is how Uganda do it. This is how we do it. In Uganda, that is how we do it. Okay, do like this, very simple. This is Isuputio. Thank you. Somebody give yourself a clap before you have a seat.
Like we use them, they make these products and go ahead to sell them. So whatever revenue we collect is what we use to pay school fees for them. So far, we've been able to, we are currently taking care of 32 orphans, and we've been able to train 18 widows on life skills. So basically, that's what we do. It's a long story, a lot, we've been through a lot. So, of course, everything has challenges, but we don't pay attention to challenges. We are here to change the world. When we find ourselves here in ties, suits, and everything, we should always remember that there is someone somewhere, who is not going to have their supper today. There is someone somewhere who is crying, who can be saved by that mask that you've been putting on since morning, and it's for only one. They don't have a coin to buy a simple mask. So that's what African Poor Child Uganda is about. Otherwise, I thank Jubilant Stewards of Africa for inviting us here. It's an honor that I will not take for granted. Today I've gotten a chance to meet one of the most vibrant, I don't want to say boys, but gentlemen in East Africa, Mr. Jared Owundo. I've been actually seeing him on social media. I've been following his campaigns for president. And I really wanted to meet that young Kenyan who really wants to contest for president. Mr. Gerard, well done. And I request everyone here, please to rally behind him. Such a young, energetic gentleman, making such a decision to take the steering wheel of this great nation. I request you support the gentleman. I don't know whether I have an award, whether African Poor Child Concert Uganda has an award. We don't know whether we're going to collect one. But being invited here is an honor that I will not take for granted. Thank you so much. Thanks for the beautiful people. Asanteni sana. Mwebale mnonga. Neyanziza nnyo. Murakoze cyane. Thank you. Thank you. you so much. Merci.
Makofi yake iko wapi tafadhali? Makofi mengine tafadhali. He has talked about supporting the poor African child in Uganda. Hata hapa Kenya, we have kids who are poor who can't even go to school. Kuna wengine hata hawana mask. These masks. Kuna wengine hawana. Kuna box hapa. Kuna watoto wengine hata chakula hakuna.
Contestants or award-winning as a pace setter. Ethics is also called the moral philosophy, the discipline concerned with what is morally good and bad and morally right and wrong. Ethics is the process of questioning, discovering and defending values, principles, and purpose. It's about finding out who you are and staying true to that in the face of temptations, challenges, and uncertainty. Ladies and gentlemen, it is increasingly furious and shameful to read about poor ethics year after year, month after month in our public media. An entire new approach is required by many in positions of seniority to search for the vaccine for the new ethics AIDS virus and achieve ethics transformation. Unfortunately, this virus also infected our industry, with both issuers of securities and listees, notwithstanding the legal framework and visibility in place. This ceremony today has made me reflect even deeper around pace setting, the awards, the contestants, the award winners, and I feel vindicated or validated of my approach to the need for a capital markets ethics framework improvement initiative in order to deliver to investor expectations. I am the Vice Chairman of the Kenya Association of Stockbrokers and Investment Banks. I am the Chairman of the Market Development Committee of this association. I am a co-founder of a program that we have initiated with the Nairobi Securities Exchange for SMEs specifically, which has now, in less than a year and a half, excluding the COVID exception period, brought in almost 30 new businesses to the exchange, which is more than 30% of what they have had for 50 years. The previous rate that they did have was less than 3%. We have a new focus around SMEs, and we are very clear that this is our way forward. How do we address ethics? How do we protect investors? How do we raise capital from investors? How do we make investors comfortable? After a lot of soul searching, I have decided that the answer lies in the Articles of Association for businesses under the Revolutionary Companies Act. If you do not have articles today that are in good compliance with the new Companies Act, then your articles, to me, are null and void. No longer, ladies and gentlemen, should it be business as usual as regards the structuring approach by all involved in preparing articles of association, especially lawyers and law firms who tend to copy and paste articles from one company to the next company, and which articles are old and pre-New Companies Act. The model articles for the Companies Act, which is revolutionary because it was modeled on the new UK Companies Act, is more than 1,000 pages long, is a solid basis. There's already a model articles in the Companies Act to begin with for any company. But we have taken it further and said it must be supplemented by at least a dozen new clauses so that roles, responsibilities, and consequences between shareholders, directors, executive management, senior officers, and employees is institutionalized and actionable in such a manner that long-term corporate sustainability is boosted. We want to see businesses that survive multiple generations and not end with one generation. We want clauses such as treasury shares. It is now possible, ladies and gentlemen, for a company to raise capital and buy out some shareholders in case you are dissatisfied with those shareholders, and create treasury shares, therefore cancelling the shares of those particular shareholders. If you're holding any meetings virtually, either as executive management, directors, shareholders, and you do not have a clause that allows for virtual meetings in your articles, then those meetings could be considered null and void. But the biggest is selection of directors. And today I will declare that I believe, and let me say as a disclaimer, largely what I'll be saying today is my personal views, not necessarily the views of my association. We should select directors first and foremost on a multi-tribal basis. We must discuss directorship in the context of tribe. And there are many tribes. And we therefore must mix the composition of directors. We obviously must be gender sensitive. Women have a particular instinct that you cannot understand. And their power at the board level is very key to success of businesses. We must include baby boomer generation in the board of directors. Baby boomers. And why not include youth in our board of directors? We can't ignore the youth, and they have a lot to contribute in boardrooms. They understand products, they understand technology, they understand social media. And also we must consider foreign experts in our boards, because they come with a different set of knowledge, skills and experience. Take Mr. France here, for example, that is doing business here in Kenya. I have learned lessons from Mr. France myself. There is always something to learn from something. And there is no harm in including foreign experts in boards of directors or advisory boards that can add value. Because, as it is, we have gone virtual. So there is no more physical costs associated with board meetings or those kind of meetings. Provided board performance is subject to rigorous high performance board evaluation, which is now becoming a common theme around new concepts that have been developed by professionals, experts, around high performance board evaluation, who even make recommendations independently as to the removal of certain directors and replacement with other directors to complement the total composition of the board. My answer to ethics also lies in a document called the Shareholders Agreement, and we must bring this to the fore where it is required. No longer should any business commence or continue unless specific clauses are signed off in this confidential, private side document. It's a condo document where shareholding is spread, where there is no dominant shareholder. Ask for a shareholder agreement to be signed off. My answer also lies in policies. No longer should any business commence or continue unless critical policies are signed off for implementation. We don't create policies, but we run business. I know of at least 14, and they include ethics policy today, leadership policy, director appointment policy, equity value augmentation policy. If you don't have a policy that focuses on how to create equity value, it means there is lack of focus in that business. Management is not leaders. There is